Hello everybody. Okay, I just thought I'd jump on this very quick live today. I've had a crazy week, and I'm sure a lot of you are having crazy weeks as well. Let me know, anybody in the comments. I'm going to actually just write something in the comments to make sure that, yeah. So let me know if there's anything coming up for you, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling tired. I'm so tired. And I know a lot of my clients are really tired. The energy right now is huge. It's huge. And we've just had that Lionsgate portal, which was open from the end of July right up until the 12th, which was Monday. And on Monday, next Monday, the 19th, we've got that full moon. Full moon. The moon is in Aquarius and the sun is in Leo. Huge. Now, there's a lot happening, and I've pulled up a sort of a chart. There's quite a few things that we need to watch out for. Hello, Rianne, welcome home. And Lucy, hi Pam, lovely to see you. So there's a lot, there is a lot happening, but nothing that, well, look, expect the unexpected. That's all I can say. But there, I'm going to read some cards. I've pulled cards already. I pulled cards, and I read them for my Dream Catchers Collective group on Wednesday. And I just thought I'd put them in here as well, because it's the same group of cards. It's an important reading. And I was reading on the energy of now coming up to the full moon. So I've kept them, and I'm going to read them all for you. But I will say, between now and the full moon, get really clear about what you want. Even if that feels like what you don't want, if you know what you don't want, well, it'll be the opposite. Get really clear on what you want. Full moons are always a time of intensity. Now, people will argue about this, but if you're sensitive, you will know that full moons are a time of, people can't sleep at night. Apparently, in ERs and emergency, that numbers, it go up, that there's a lot of, it can bring up aggression, it can bring up, anger and fighting, it can bring up an awful lot of stuff. But the thing is, when you are prepared, and when you know, I'm going to pull this a bit closer to me, when you know what the energy is like, when you're prepared, you'll be able to navigate it so much easier. You'll be able to tune into other people's needs and other people, and what they're feeling, and what that, how that impacts you. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Gosh, I am so tired. Now, there have been things happening in my family that I've just had to deal with and take action on during the week. And I feel really tired with all of this energy. Are you sleeping longer? Are you disturbed? Have you disturbed sleep? I'm a bit of both. I will fall asleep early. I'll wake during the night. My head is buzzing with all of the stuff, all of the things that I've forgotten to do during the day. I've got all of these ideas, and then I'm exhausted in the morning, and I'm finding it hard to kind of push through a lot of things. So let me know what you're feeling, and I will read these cards, and let's just see. But the major things that are happening, so this is probably, there's so many big events happening astrology wise this year, but this is like the first half of the year. There was a great movement moving forward, and then there've been a lot of ups and downs and kind of events. But this full moon is huge, because there are two major T-squares. There's a lot of else happening as well, and I'm not an astrologer, but what I do know is that the moon and the sun, now in numerology, they're at 27 degrees. 27 reduces to 9, and 9 is about endings, but it's also about culminations. My phone is somewhere in the room dinging. I'll just put that on silent. So culminations, endings, and when you're manifesting, so if you've got a great idea and if you've been looking at what you wanted to create already, um, some of you did my Lionsgate portal, the quantum jumping, hypnosis, regression for that. And if you know what it is that you're looking towards and you're manifesting, well, look at that. And if you've got that, keep listening to the hypnosis, keep moving towards what it is that you're feeling, what you want. Have a vision board, write, journal, really keep your attention on what it is that you want. So the moon is in Aquarius and the sun is in Leo at 27 degrees, and they're forming an exact T-square at 27 degrees to Uranus, which is conjunct to Algol. Algol, Uranus is sudden, unexpected changes, and it could be kind of earthquakes, but it could also be, eruptive energy. And the Algol is a very tricky one. It is the brightest star in I think it's in the I won't even guess what constellation it is, but it's oh yes, I think it's I think it's in it's in Taurus, because that's where it is, and it's the Algol is the brightest star in the Taurus constellation, and but it has an energy of danger, darkness. It is kind of like destructive, and Uranus, which is eruptive and sudden changes. So just what I want you to do is mostly stay in peace, to rise above. There's a link in the description here for my full moon meditation, which you can download and listen to. Download it, actually, because some of the unexpected changes could be, eruptive energy in internet outages or power, of all of that. The moon in Aquarius. So Aquarius is that Aquarian energy, which is ruled by Uranus. They're very similar. It's sort of like, it's change. It rules AI and technology. So that there can be the side of it that can be unexpected changes. I don't know what is singing because I turned this on silent. Anyway. But we need to watch where our head is going. The sun is in Leo, which is about sovereignty and standing up for what you believe in. But I would suggest on Monday, to stay somewhere, stay in a calm state, stay out of crowds if you can. Don't go on demonstrations. Anything could happen with that energy. But I feel if you use that energy to really focus on what it is that you want, we have another exact T-square, almost exact. So the Saturn is at 17 degrees opposite Venus. Saturn is in Pisces, opposite Venus in Virgo, is it? And they're forming a T-square to Mars and Jupiter conjunct. So Mars and Jupiter. Mars is like, it's ignitive energy. It's sort of a big kind of ignition, but it can also be quite angry and warlike. And it is joined with Jupiter, which is all about expansion. Now it could be expansion and joy. So because it's forming a T-square to Venus, which is love and beauty and aesthetics, but that is directly across from Saturn. Saturn is sort of like the granddaddy planet, or get things done. Now, you might, with this energy, if there are tricky relationships or toxic relationships, you might get nudged into just walking away from something big, whether that is a family issue or a partner issue. If it's a toxic relationship, this could be a triggering thing to walk away. Also, it can be the opposite. It can be a really good time to manifest somebody that is right for you with that energy. I always like to look at the brighter side, and I don't want people to rush into fear. There will be eruptive energy, but what we need to do as light workers, and I know all of you, or most of you listening, are here to create something different in your life. And when you come with that energy of creating something new, keep your eye on what you want, keep your focus on what you want, get really excited about already having it. And let everything else fall away. We need to tune into releasing all of the stuff in our head and go from your head down into your heart. Release the thoughts and the worries and the fears. Release by counting down, just dropping into your heart and really tuning into your highest self. Um, so basically, if you're looking and working on something, stay working on that. I'm going to read you the cards that did fall out, or I chose these cards with 3 different packs on Wednesday from my Dream Catchers Collective, and I'm going to read them here because they are beautiful. So the first card is the Power of Joy. I've got 5 cards from the Ascended Master deck. I've got 4 cards from the Goddess deck, and those 2 decks are both Doreen Virtue cards, and then I've chosen 3 tarot. So this is the Power of Joy, and this is what we want our focus to be on. So when you're thinking about what you want to create, the life that you want, can you imagine it in pure detail? Can you visualize it? Can you visualize and feel the emotion that you're going to feel when you have it? This is what I want you to do. This is where we start. The power of joy is enormous. The power of joy, when you're feeling joy, you are manifesting similar things. So when you keep your focus on joy, you know, maybe on Monday and over the weekend, plan, journal, draw, paint, be creative, do something that you love, dance, play, be playful, be joyous, and keep bringing yourself back to that, reminding yourself about what it is that you want to do. Okay, then stay focused is the second card that came out. So stay focused, keep your focus on that. So if you find your attention going to something negative or that puts you in a bad mood, or you find yourself getting moody or cross or anxious or any of those things, stop, count, let the thoughts go back into your heart and bring your focus back again to the end result feeling. Now, if you're struggling with this, I do have a link that I'm going to share at the end for that. So I did this quantum jumping technique with a whole lot of people on Zoom, and I have that as a little package. So I'm going to be giving a special link for people, for anybody who wants that later on. So do wait if you want more help, and you might know exactly what you want, but stay focused and feel the feelings. Work your magic. You are a magical being. Are you aware of that? Are you aware of all of the things that you've manifested in the past? Because everything in your life right now, you have manifested. So if you love your life, if you love some of the things in your life, know that you have manifested that by what you are feeling and experiencing. So if you like what you've manifested, keep your attention on it and more, sort of like keep your attention on what you want. And some of the things, because we've also manifested difficulties and hardships and whatever, be curious about how you did that, but let go of any heavy emotions and move back to where you want. Now, there is the meditation for the full moon would be another thing that you could do to change those emotions. Choose peace. So if you feel yourself moving in a direction of, if you feel yourself rising in anger or feeling other people's, because we will feel people's anger during this, especially on Monday, but even coming up to it, because it's a super full moon, which means that the moon is closer to the earth, so we're going to feel this even more. Um, but if you notice other people triggering you, or your thoughts moving away, bring yourself back to peace. Just bring yourself back to peace and open your heart to love. If you can love yourself, start with yourself. Love yourself truly, madly, deeply. This is a huge part of the work that I do with people, getting people to love themselves, being able to look at yourself in the mirror, checking in with yourself, looking at your eye. If you can't, look at your whole being and say, I love you. Looking at your eye and noticing that eye is the same eye. Well, okay, cells have changed, but they're the eyes of you as a child. Just tune in with the child inside you if you find it hard to love yourself. Tune in and just keep saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. It is so important. It's not being selfish to love the self. It is essential for our well-being and our self-care. And when you can love yourself, then it's easier to love and forgive and have compassion for those around us. And this is going to be really important during this full moon. Self-love and love for the people around you. And then love for life. Love, find something about your life right now that you're really grateful for, that you're really happy about. The people in it, maybe something that you do, something that you own, that you have, the freedom maybe that you have, something. Find something to keep your attention on and be grateful for, because when you love that, you will manifest more of that. So love yourself, love. And when you're in that state of love, you're drawing more in. So I chose those 5 that you've just seen, and I'll post the picture, I think on YouTube, and yeah, on Facebook. There is a picture of the spread with it. On Facebook, I'll add the picture in the comments. So the second 4 cards that came out from the Goddess collection are quite, there is a big overlap, but the first card is Golden Opportunity. So see this time as a golden opportunity. Be open, be curious, be expectant about where the golden opportunity is going to come from. Um, you know, what does it look like? What does it feel like? What can, imagine that this full moon, even though it might be triggering, is also bringing something absolutely wonderful towards you. um, keep your attention on that feeling of expectation and abundance, because full moons are culminations, and this is at that 27 degree, which is endings, the ending of something old. It's the culmination of something, and it's the start of an all new phase. So be aware of that. And this is, there are dolphins and water in this. I always feel that those represent abundance. So what does abundance mean to you? Is it abundance of money or freedom or health or love? What is it? And just be curious about how you will feel when you get more of that, and imagine that as we're getting closer to that full moon, that you are really paying more attention now, daily. And if you find yourself moving away, stop yourself. Maybe set your alarm for several times during the day to just step away and to tune in to what you're focusing on and feel those fabulous feelings for a minute, 1 minute. Give yourself the gift of that. This card is also telling you that important doors are opening up for you. Be ready to walk through them. So what would that look like and feel like to you? Now, the next 2 cards, I'm going to read them together because they came out and they're goddess cards, but they're both about love. This one is undying love. And this is talking about the love that we came from, the love that we are, that only love is real. We've been designed and created by a loving source. We came through the act of love, hopefully. And when you get in touch with that, with your highest self, knowing that you are love at your core, and that everyone else is, even regardless of what they are playing out and seeming, maybe over the next few days and especially Monday, just being compassionate to others and loving to others and yourself. It starts with yourself, and knowing that only love is real. Honestly, when we get this loving feeling, just bringing love into your heart, really, really powerful. And regardless of what the situation and what is turning up, bring yourself back to compassion and love. And this is unconditional love. And this is more unconditional love for yourself, which came up in the last 5 cards. So when you're unconditionally loving to yourself, when you're kind to yourself, when you treat yourself the way that you want others to treat you, it starts with the self. When you do that, you're attracting more to you. No matter what the outward appearance is, love yourself, others, and every situation. So when something that seems like, if something seems like we can go into a kind of a disaster mode, but when you stop and you just say, okay, what is this showing me? What am I learning from this? How can I have compassion with this? Show me the blessings in this. When you come from everything with this feeling, it will have a miles more powerful result. And the last card in those 4 was blossoming, or blooming, is it? Blossoming, yeah, blossoming. And this is just so your dreams, your big dreams, your big desires, whatever that is that you're keeping your focus on, I want you to keep your focus on the end result, and that every sign, tiny little sign that you get, your massive big end result dream might might very well happen on Monday. It might not, but you might get a little indication that you're on the right track, or you might get a small sample of it. Keep focused on the end result. Don't give up. Stay with that feeling, and have it like, know that when you set a seed into the ground, or into the tub on your countertop, and you set that seed in and you give it moisture, you give it good soil, you might feed it, you certainly water it, and you might even talk to it and send it love, which actually does work, by the way. I have done that experiment. When you give your attention to it and your love to it, and you nurture it and look after it, it will blossom, and you expect it to bloom. So do that with your dreams. You're not going to dig that seed up to see, what is it, where is it? Is it coming yet? I can't see anything happen. It takes a while before you start to notice the tiny little shoot that comes up, but you're expecting it to grow. I want you to do that with your big dreams and your big desires and your manifestations as well. Have patience with the process and do not give up. Never, ever, ever give up on your big dreams. Okay, so those are the goddess cards. And then I've got 3 tarot. So the first card that came out is the 9 of Swords. And the 9 of Swords is, and this might be coming up between now and Monday, and as we get closer, the 9 of Swords is like sleepless nights and worry. I mean, I know I'm going through this. I'm waking up with, I'm dreaming. Are any of you dreaming sort of very vivid and active dreams? Are you waking kind of with panic? I manifested the other night, and I was on my own with my son. My husband and 2 daughters were away, and I woke in the middle of the night with the alarm going off. My smoke alarm in my bedroom went off. And I know I manifested that because I actually had this sort of, slight anxiety first night being on my own with Ben, and not having other people around. But, this card is just telling us that it's all just thoughts and ideas. It's not real. Only love is real. Okay? Only love is real. Bring yourself back and know that this too will pass. And when we can bring ourselves up, that kind of manifesting ability, but when we can bring ourselves up to our highest self, and really tune into how amazing, awesome, and powerful we are at that level. That's what we need to do. Um, this came out on the other side of it, and it's the 2 of Swords. So swords are thoughts, and thoughts, ideas, words, and this card I feel is kind of saying, look, you might be kind of fighting between ideas. You might be distracted by things that are going on. But this card, she's sitting there. She's not tied up. She's got a blindfold on, and maybe it is to tune in. Close your eyes, tune in, do some meditation. In the link in this, you'll get that link for my free full moon guided meditation that will help you bring thoughts and ideas down into your heart. But there's more. So tune in and listen. If you can tune in several times and listen, what does my body want? What am I been moving towards? Because the middle card in this, and this is a beautiful card, this is the sun, and the sun is a beautiful card in the tarot. It can't be badly aspected, and it is, freedom, celebration. The sun is shining, and actually, the sun is in Leo, during this full moon, and Leo is about our sovereignty. It's about, I really feel, and if any of you are listening, you probably have sick and tired of me talking about this, but we are moving through the density of an old way, and we're about to move into the new. And it might seem like it's chaotic while we're doing it, because it's very much, I feel like it's birthing. We're birthing something new. So any of you who have ever, given birth will know that there is a stage when you just want to give up, and it feels like, no, it's too hard. I want to go home. But we are going through this, and it will be so worth it on the other side. So that's the feeling that I want you to leave and have with. Now, last weekend, and I was running this. I did it with my Dream Catchers Collective, and I also had it as an in-person Zoom call, not in person, but a Zoom call where I did a quantum jumping to your successful you for the Lionsgate portal. And that is now up on my platform. And the price of that was €88 for people who came in person. They did it. There is a regression for it, and then there is a regression to the root cause, or not. Sorry, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. It's not. It's a future projection, and you go forward. But first of all, we went up into to bring our highest self, and we quantum jumped into a future timeline where we are living our life's dream, and everything is, and we're conversing with that part of ourselves, and then we're embodying it and going back and gathering all of the things that we need to do. I went back to a scene of what we did first, I think. Yeah, one scene. And then there's a hypnosis with it. Now, for any of you, because I really think that this is very important to do, I've got a 25% off. I've got a 50% off, and I have got basically, you can get it for as little as €33 now. So basically, spend whichever you want. If you want to get that, now is the time. It won't be there forever, but I'm just going to put the link here in the files. It's, one second. You can get it. That's the link to it. Okay. Did that go? It did. Now, then if you put in, let me see, 25 OFF, or you can put in 50 OFF, or you can put in there are 3 different coupons that are available this weekend, because I really feel that this is important to do. So you can put in any one of those, and if you put in more off, you get it for €33. If you put in 50% off, you get it for €44, and if you could put in 20%, 5%, or I don't know what you get it for, I can't remember. But pay what you feel it's worked for you. I'd love to know more, because I mean, that will be, it's going to be on my website for €88, and I just think it's a really important one to do right now. You can, now if you're in my dream catchers, don't get that, you already have it, you know it's in there, but it's a really, it's a sort of a half an hour session where you go in and you do the future projection type work, or quantum jumping to that future timeline. And there's a time where you stop in the middle of it and you write down what you're writing, and then you go back and you do the rest. And when you get really clear about what you're doing and the feeling of that, then there's a hypnosis audio to listen to wire that in so you expect it. So look, it's there. If anybody wants it, I would love you to have it for this weekend. So let me see who's there. And actually, anybody who is on the call, which if you post a number between 1 and 3, I'm going to read cards for you. Post a number. I've got tarot, but I don't think I'll read from the tarot. I think I'm going to read from the goddess. Actually, do you know what you'll do? In the comments, if I can see your comments, post a number between 1 and 3 and say either tarot, ascended masters, or goddess, and I will choose for you. Okay, I will do it. JJ is number 2. I can see, but which pack would you like, JJ? Susanna, Tara, Pam too. So JJ, if you just post to me, Lucy, hello. Who else is here? Nora Creed, lovely to see you. Christina, how are you? Lovely. Julie, Susanna, Equestrian Hire is Susanna, I think. Jennifer Calnan, lovely to see you as well. Okay, let me see if I can see JJ is any. Okay, well, JJ, I'm going to read you goddess. So JJ is number 2. Look, I think I'm going to pick you that. I'll pick the number 2 card as well. Ooh, yeah. So boundaries. You'll know what that means. Work on your boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no. Love yourself enough to, and when you set boundaries to whoever's stepping over your boundaries, family maybe, or something like that, you will be triggered. But you're also a medicine woman. Put energy. You know where to put your energy this weekend. You know, you are a channel for divine healing power, and I know that you are. So that's just to remember how awesome you are at that. I'm just going to let me see, who else have we got here? Susanna, and I'll just check that to see if you've given me a card. Susanna, I am going to read you. I'm going to read you the goddess as well. So unless I see a pack, I'm going to I'll read whatever comes up. Let me see. So Susanna, number 3. Tarot. Okay, just got you. One, two, three. So we're moving out of troubled waters. You are moving out of troubled waters. And I have to tell you that jumped out as well. So this is a 1, and it's an ace. It's the ace of pentacles. It's, look, the universe is handing you some abundance. Are you ready to take it? And this is kind of like we're moving towards a better time. Get into that feeling. Something big. And actually, maybe this full moon for you will feel like that you're actually moving towards something so much better. So just keep with that, and it's abundant. Okay. Now let me see. Who else have we got here? Linda Tristram, and it's number 1. And you haven't said, so I might just read. Oh yeah, you have, Goddess. So let me, oops. Goddess card number 1, wasn't it? Yes. And sorry, Julie, I passed you by. I'll read yours next. Oh no, Linda was ahead, actually. Yeah, I haven't. So Linda, and then I'm going to read for Pam, and then I'm going to read for Julie Russell. So Linda, go outside, get some fresh air. You've been inside too long. There's something that you'll feel so much more abundant if you get outside, take off your shoes, get near water, actually. If you can be near a body of water, it'll feel so good. And I know you're probably sitting waiting by the phone or babysitting or something, but you've been indoors too long. Go out and get some fresh air. And I feel be near a body of water with this as well. You know, her hair everything feels flowy when you're outside in nature, and you just get into that rhythm. So maybe over this weekend, maybe you'll get some of your best ideas by being outside in nature by a body of water. Pam is next, and I don't see what cards you want. So I'm going to read you some goddess cards. No, I'm going to read you some Ascended Master cards. Ooh. Okay. And it is, did you say number 2? 1, 2. So this is husband, father, brother, son. And this can be about males in your life. It can be 2 things. I'm getting, there might be something from the past that you need to release and let go of. Especially full moons are always about letting go of something, letting go what you need to release in this full moon. And that meditation, which is in the link, wherever you're watching this, you may already have it, the full moon meditation for releasing and focusing on what you want. So father, husband, brother, son refers to the male energy as well. It might be somewhere that you are trying to do it all. You're a human being. Do some being, do some receiving, do something that feels good, and you know, really tune into what it is you're manifesting. But you don't have to do it. That might be it, actually. You know, sometimes when we're manifesting, we think that we know what we want, and then we feel, okay, how do I get it? What do I have to do? And yes, you will get inspired to do things, but stop trying to figure out all the ways, because the ways will come to you. You will get intuitive insights. Julie Rothel, number 1 tarot for you. Okay, so lovely to see you. Number 1. Ooh, and actually this represents the Aquarius card, but it's the star, and it can, I feel what it is get in touch with your galactical self, the biggest version of yourself that is beyond. Know where you want to go. Really tune into a higher frequency of you. Something that, what would it be if you could just do anything? What would that feel like, be like? And like there's a huge flow coming, but it's also the Aquarius, the Aquarius card. The moon, the moon is in Aquarius. Yeah, the sun is in Leo. The moon is in Aquarius for this full moon, and it's like the start. I really feel this is more heralding in the start of that Aquarian age. There's more to come later on in the month, so tune into what it is that you want. Number 2 tarot for Lucy. Seems like 2 is the lucky number tonight. Seems like. Okay, so Lucy. 1 and 2. Oh, this is good. So this is the Three of Pentacles. So Pentacles can refer to money and health and well-being and physical structures and things. But this is like the work that you've done in the past, the work that you're doing now. You've laid really good foundations. All of that will pay off. Trust, trust, trust. I said that 3 times, and obviously that is because it's the 3, but just trust that everything is coming to you. Yeah, just feel into the energy of that for your full moon. Let's see. You're not late, Una. Number 2 tarot for you. Okay. Una. 1, 2. I hope. Exactly what I said to Julie, which was 2 cards away. But yeah, and you're on holidays now in gorgeous south of France, so tune into the energies of that. Tune into the galactical helpers that are all around. Tune into the the feeling of the end result, and know that this Aquarian age and all of the stuff, all of the it's about your creativity. It's about, turning up exactly the way you want to be. Um, you know, Maybe sit outside under the stars tonight and actually have some big wishes and tune into that energy and keep that alive right up to next week. Okay, that was Una, Nora Mary, Creed, and you want the Ascended Masters, number 3. So what does Nora? Ooh, I'm going to pull that out and count number 3. So I'll read them together. Clear and shield your energy. That is a really important one to do right now. And actually, and I haven't put it up yet, and I'll probably do it as a free audio for people, because I think that we all need to clear and shield our energy right now. But, raise your frequency, clear your energy. We need to be really protected right now. As light workers, as star seeds, we really need to keep our energy high. And this is just telling you, you can do it. Actually, do you know what it's telling me? The manifesting money challenge that you were on, the Archangel Michael clearing your energy. Do that. That's what you need right now. Okay, do it again. Debbie Ross, hello, how are you? Lucy, number 3, and you haven't, Lucy Salter. I'm just going to read you the Ascended Master, Lucy. What does Lucy need to hear? 1, 2, and 3. And I've been talking about this. So if you were listening earlier, go back and listen. But the spiritual law of attraction is basically telling you, you have the ability to do and to manifest exactly what it is that you want. Focus on it. Keep your eye on it. Keep your eye on the prize now. Take your attention away from anything that's turning up that you don't want. You don't want to spend time focusing on that or feeling the negativity of that. Drop into your heart. You would probably love that quantum jumping exercise that I put in earlier with those 3. So it's basically courses.glennistrinder.com, and you can get half off, 25% off, or even more than that off with the links that I posted in there, because it is what you really want to do is to know exactly, to feel it, to see it, to experience it, to feel it in every atom of your body, and then go on that journey. Talk to your future self and really see see what were the what's the first step that you need to take. Do it and focus on it and stay focusing on it. Listen, and really meditate on it. Let me see. That was Lucy Salter, Jennifer Calnan. Actually, I'll put it up here. Goddess for you. Goddess for goddess. So, oh, that's interesting. 2 jumped out there. So I'm going to stop where it is. And I feel I'm just going to douse on these to make sure. Yeah, so I'm going to choose the 2 of these. So this was your number 3 card, which is High Priestess, and basically honor that part of you, your highest self, knowing where you're going. And it's like that is that sovereignty as well, that sovereignty that the sun is in Leo. It's like the sun and opposite, the sun in Leo opposite this Aquarian full moon. Really, really tune into how powerful you are, because you are, okay? This voice, the speaking, the knowingness. I know you're intuitive. I know you know how to speak up now. And this is purification. So this might be something that needs detoxing. Thoughts, emotions, whatever things that are around you that need to go. But it's a time for a cleansing, detoxification for body and mind. So, and that's what this time is about. It's about releasing something to bring in the other, to bring in what it is that you really need. Okay. Jennifer, Christina, number 1, goddess. Yeah. So. Okay, and listen, that jumped out. So that is number 1. You got the same card. High Priestess. No, get in tune in with that part of you that was here before, that knows what to do, that, can speak up for yourself, that can manifest incredible things. But it's telling you that you've sort of divine knowledge, that you're playing too small. It's coming to me. Know that you're bigger. Stop keeping yourself small. Speak up. Learn more. Listen to what you need to listen to right now. Whatever that means to you. Okay. Susanna, I hope I read you tarot, Susanna. June Crowley, number 3 goddess cards. Okay. So 1, 2, 3. Ooh, look at you. What did you get for the weekend? Okay, so this is prosperity and just abundance, and be aware that the universe is pouring it out to you. Are you open to receiving it? Are you playing small? Are you feeling that you can't do something, or that it's too hard, or are you holding yourself back? It's pouring out in abundance on you, but you have to be open to receiving it. Be open to receiving what it is that you most want. Yeah, to keep your focus, on getting really clear on what you want before the weekend, all over the weekend, because Monday is the pinnacle of it. And I think it's in the afternoon. Let's see what time on Monday. I think full moon is actually at 7:30, 25 past 7. So, we'll have that energy all day. Okay, now we've got Rianne. How are you, Rianne? Number 2 tarot for you. So 1 and 2. Ooh, so this is you. This is the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords is such integrity, and is always in search of truth and speaks the truth, but without that kind of dogged, you know it's like you speak the truth, but you speak it in a way that it lands, and it's like you don't have to be, like the king would be a lot more direct. The queen is actually, she speaks with love. And it's also about just be in touch, be aware of that, and choose your thoughts and your words and your ideas appropriately. Focus, focus, focus on what you want. um you're welcome. You're Linda, Julie, Una. You are beautiful, star shining brightly. Sweetie, thank you. Um, Hello, not sure what's happening here, but if you're pulling cards at request, please do me. I will. And there is no number, but Nancy, I will choose a goddess card for you. Yeah, sometimes when I have a bit of time, I choose cards and for people who are on the live calls. So I'm going to give you number 3, 1, 2, and 3. Isn't that interesting now? So Ona, sorry, this card is Ona. Easy does it. Easy does it. No need to push, force, or struggle for things to happen. When you know what you want, you place your attention there. All you need to do is follow the steps. Do follow the steps. Do take the action steps. But you don't have to, when we're manifesting and we want something, then we're trying to figure out how we can get it. That's the universe's role. The universe, God, higher source energy, divine intelligence will let you know by giving you a push to do something when the time is ready. But it is just telling you it's okay. Let it be easy. Don't force or push. Let it be easy. Everything is occurring at perfect divine timing. And sometimes we just need to release and let go. Marion O'Donovan, number 2 for you. Not too late. And Goddess. Bye, Julie. Lovely to see you too. Marion, number 2. So 1, 2. Blossoming. And this actually came out in the main reading. If you haven't seen it, go back and listen to that. But you're just getting started. Don't force, push, or try to don't second guess yourself. Always be grateful for where you are. So even when you see something tiny turning up, be excited for yourself in the next part. Enjoy. And know that you will blossom. You will bloom once you keep your eye on where you want to go. And once you know where you want to go and you feel it, you feel the feelings of it, and excites you and, lights you up. So there you go. Have patience though, and do not give up. But I read this in the main card thing as well, so do have a listen again to that. You're welcome, Christina, Marianne, you're welcome. Have I got anybody else? There's somebody called Katia. Is it Katia Stewart Playworks? You wanted the Ascended Masters. Lovely to see you here. You are very welcome, Nancy. Good. And so this is, I think, the last card. If I've missed somebody, now is the time to shout, because sometimes when I see all the messages coming up, I can miss people. So if I have missed you, just say it. Okay, so one jumped out there, so I'm going to give you that. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, so follow your heart. Your heart won't send you astray. Your heart will always send you in the right direction and let you know what you need to go towards. Like it will be, focus on what you love. Do what you love this weekend for manifesting for that full moon. Really tune in to what it is that you want. In the link in the description, there's a link for a free meditation that I have for the full moon. But opening your heart to love yourself, but also loving what you do, and work your magic. This jumped out. I can't remember which one jumped out actually, but one was number 3 and the other jumped out. So work your magic. And again, look, there's this the Merkaba, which is that beautiful sacred geometry symbol, is in around the heart areas, which is very much kind of in line with this card. So work your magic is when you love what you want to create, and when you feel the feelings like you've already created it and you get lit up by it, you're working your magic, and it's telling you that you can do this. Okay, Mary Murray, how are you? Delighted to be sitting down to watch this. So grateful. Going to have a moment uninterrupted to listen. Okay. But I'm going to pull you a card, Mary Murray. And I'm going to pull you. You're welcome. It's Kasia, is it? Okay. So I'm going to pull. And actually, interesting. 2 jumped out, so I'm going to pull these for you. One is thoughts and ideas, Mary. Thoughts and ideas. You are being pulled in several directions. I'd say more than 2 directions, but it's like, so what you need to do is actually sit down and have a quiet moment. Put on your mask. Close out the thoughts and the ideas and the words, and tune into your heart. Have some time for you, because what you do, what you place your attention to, basically you've already built foundations. You're really talented at what you do. You've already built foundations. Tune into the end result and the feeling. And I know there's a really good end result for this. And it's the 3 of Pentacles, which is about creating, financial abundance, a home, the end result, sort of beautiful. Okay. So on that, I am going to love you and leave you. If you've only joined late in the day, go back and listen to the bit about the full moon, which is on Monday. Really powerful. And the full card reading that's there, because that is actually, that's relevant for everybody listening. And love you all. Thank you for being here, and talk to you soon. Bye for now.